First front jab, we're gonna jab here, shot, go. Side jab, shot, pull up. We're here, boom, play out of it. What is up, guys? Quick video today. We're just gonna be taking a look at 3 different jab options that I really like to use. Obviously, there's a ton of different options when you're jabbing, but these are my 3 favorite ones that I think are simple to learn, they're effective, and they're easy to explain and to understand to teach to younger players. So first one is going to just be a simple front jab. I call it a front jab, but we're really not stepping in front. We're actually taking a step diagonally. So you can see here, it's not this way, because remember, our defender is obviously right here. We're actually going to be jabbing slightly towards the right, so slightly diagonal and forward. When we use a front jab, this is probably the most common jab that players will learn right off the bat. Front jab here, notice where the ball goes on my front jab. So on my front jab, I'm pulling the ball actually right back to my pocket, right? I don't want to expose the ball out here because that's going to be an easy deflection, a steal, and a turnover for me, right? If I expose that ball out there. So instead of bringing the ball here, we don't want that. As we jab, we bring the ball right to our hip. It's secure. And also, minor detail. When I'm teaching a jab or when I want to use a jab, I always want my shooting hands, I want my hands to be in my shooting position. So I don't want to jab, notice here, with my 2 hands on the side of the ball, right? I don't want to jab like that because now if I want to pull back quickly, I have to do a lot more moving to get into my shot. If I jab and my hands are already set in my shooting position right here, so they're already locked in, all I got to do is pull back and I can get right into it. So that's a small detail that I don't think enough coaches or whatever trainers talk about on the jab. You want your hands to be ready to shoot because the jab is most effective. When I was playing, at least, the most effective jab for me was a simple here, pull back, shot. You get that all the time, especially when you're in the mid post. As an undersized post player, when you are reverse pivoting and you jab right away, your hands are ready to shoot and you can just elevate quickly. So minor detail, but it makes a big difference, especially on a jab and a shot. So again, front jab here, right in front. This is going to create space right in front of us, so our defender, right as we jab forward, is going to have to back up. If they don't back up, so again, reading the defense, if they don't go anywhere, it's jab and then you jab again and we can just blow by. But naturally, if you jab this way, the defender is going to give you some space, so it'll clear some room for you to either get right into your shot. If they close out hard, shot fake, 1 dribble, go by, and you got plenty of options to play off of. So that's jab number 1, that's going to be our front jab. Jab number 2, going to be our side jab. This is my favorite jab to use, I'd say, off of a closeout. So when you have a defender running out at you hard to close out, right? You're ready to shoot, you're waiting for the ball to come to you. Defender's sprinting out at you. I think a side jab is very effective. So when I say side jab, it's just what it sounds like. I jab to the side, right? So I sell that I'm going this way. I jab to the side, and then I rip and I go. So attacking with a side jab off of a closeout is super effective because it's almost impossible for a defender running full speed to really be able to close out well, even if there's a jab, right? So normally if you just stand here and you wait a little bit, you let them catch up. But if you're going to get the ball here as a defender's running out, they're not stopping a good jab. They're going to jump almost every time, and you have this entire lane to go. So side jab, super effective off of a closeout. Every jab, we have our hands ready to shoot, so our hands are here. Now, the other detail is, on the side jab, we don't want the ball to come outside of our frame. So when I'm side jabbing, I don't want to bring the ball all the way out here, right? That just doesn't really help me because shooting this way is a little bit awkward, right? I'd rather keep the ball in between the center of my frame. I can shift it a little bit, but within the center of my frame so that I'm always able to elevate quickly. I can elevate from here, right? I can go right up, but if I'm here, now I got to bring it kind of off and my alignment's off. So I want side jab this way, body is shifting, right? On all of our jabs, we want our body low, we want our shoulders to sell that drive. So it's a hard jab, and now if the ball's here, I can also choose which way I want to go. If the ball's all the way out here, now I have to cross it over to get back to my left. If I'm here, I can actually just push it out. So that's why I also like the side jab to keep the ball right in the center of our frame. So side jab, and go. third jab we got. This is probably the most advanced jab, but there's a lot of ways to play out of it. And this is what I just call a cross body jab. Some people will call it a cross jab or a crossover jab. Plenty of terms for different stuff, but that's just when we're here. Now, let's say we have a defender that's really crowding us. So we all know defenders who like to get up in the person's grill, right? And this is when you're gonna use this one. So this is gonna allow you to protect the ball, so you're coming over the top and you're stepping across their body. Notice, again, ball's not coming like this. I don't wanna expose the ball right in front of my defender, right? So ball's coming high. As I step across, my left pivot foot is down. Remember, we're playing off of our left pivot on all of these. I highly recommend that all players play off of their dominant pivot for the most part. Unless you're very, very advanced, there's no need to really play off of your other pivot. It's great if you can. Obviously, it's definitely, WNBA, NBA players, high-level Division I college players, I'm sure can play off both pivot feet. But for a high school player or someone who just wants to have their fundamentals be fundamentally sound, I recommend just playing off of that dominant pivot foot because you're going to be way more comfortable. So again, we're here, ball's coming over, I step across, right? So as that defender's crowding me, they have to respect the space, right? So I just took their space. They've got to back up. If they don't back up, they're gonna stay right on my hip here. I'm gone, right? So again, great move to use when someone's crowding you. Here, you step across, and then the ball comes back to my opposite hip. I don't expose it here. I bring it right to my opposite hip, and I actually still have it in my shooting position, right? I'm right here, and then I can come back, and I can play off of this. So a good combo here will be a side jab, right? You get them to go this way, right? They bite, and they might come across. Again, if they don't step in front of you, you go. An advanced option off this too is the spin out off the cross jab. So you might side jab here, right? The defender might kind of lean this way and cheat over you now. Now you can spin out and come the other way. So a lot of options to play off of, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick breakdown of the 3 jabs that I like to use and that I think all players can be really, really effective with when they're using these either as a guard, as a post, honestly anywhere all over the floor. So first front jab, we're going to jab here, shot, go. Simple. Jab, shot. Jab, shot. There we go. Side jab, boom. Side jab, side jab. Side jab, shot. We can go side jab, shot, pull up. Last one, crossover jab. We're here. Boom. Play out of it. Last option. Boom. Spin out. Spin out. Pull back. Jumper.